Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to the vlog. Today I am going for a venture to my very first climb back when I was still new to cycling. And I tell you what, I hated it. Let's go. Now at the town of Pasukin, and for today's route is a very well-known route here in Pasukin, Ilocos Norte because of its infamous climb. It has 7 kilometers of continuous climb and it has 700 meters of elevation, and it is very known for its steep short climbs. And today we are gonna be suffering again to this climb. And as I have told you a while ago, this was my very first climb back when I was still new to cycling, and I tell you more about that later. And I wasn't expecting this. It is like same as last Sunday's ride when we descended to Lilipoten. There were a bit of a piece of the road that is same as like this. Oh, I wasn't really expecting this one. It is rough. And yeah, before we get further, this is, by the way, the Sapa Trader Station climb here in Pasukin. It has 7 kilometers of climbing, straight climb, continuous climb, and I think 700 meters of elevation from the bottom until you get to the top. And as I have remembered this route, this was all cemented road until you get to the top. But for the time being, I don't know why they are fixing the road. So yeah, so this is the situations of the road today here in Sapa Trader Station climb. But it is what it is. Let's go climbing. This is the last time I'm doing this. With all this gravel and all this elevation, my tires are slipping. Now, this climb is much harder than ever. And there are some cars that are passing by and they're making the road very dusty. But still, we should continue the ride because we are now here, and hopefully this gravel ends. Oh my, ICI road. Oh my god, I thought it was gravel all over the top, but gladly you could see the concrete road or the asphalt road. And basically that is our topic for today: why some of the cyclists or new cyclists hated climbs, or even those old cyclists that some of them hated climbs as well. But first, let's climb this road again. The elevation is starting to rise up. Oh my god. This is Sapa Trader Station climb is famous for. It's steep and long climb. And so here are some reasons why cyclists, or some of the cyclists, even the new ones, are hating climbs. And this is what I heard a lot from new cyclists, is because their bikes are too heavy, and you know, weight plays a big role on climbs, because the heavier the object, the greater gravity pulls it down. So if you got a heavy bike, then it is really a drag to carry it on top of a mountain. And I remembered back then, I come from a poor family, so can't buy a high-end bike. My first proper bike was a mountain bike, and it was just a cheap one, aluminum frame, almost steel fork, and it was heavy, maybe weighing for about 14 to 15 kilos. And that was the bike that I bought here on Sapat Rider Station Climb, on my first climb ever. And I never got into the top my first time. So the story was, when we begin the climb, we were in a group, but suddenly after a few minutes, some of my cycling friends just launch an attack, and then one by one they are getting so far until I didn't see them anymore. And because I wasn't expecting the gradient and the climb, I didn't know that by then, I stopped at the first view deck, and then just watched the view up there, and then I go downhill and descended back home, then just texted them that I didn't continue the ride. So my first time, I didn't finish this at all, and I wasn't expecting the gradient and how many kilometers this climb was. So before, I wasn't paying much attention to that, and I think that was one of my mistakes back then. And today I learned from that. So every time we go on a climb, we or I research first for the route, and then check if whether I can do the climb or not. So that is the first signage here in Sapat Rider Station Climb. This is the halfway of the climb, and there's a good view right here. So let me show you a good spot here in Sapat Rider Station Climb. This is the view from here. Remember when we last go to the cross at Susuga and Pasugin? It's on Pasugin also, and this is the most of the mountains that we saw from there. And as you can see, we can also see the view of the oceans right there, and some of the houses right there. So it is a similar view from the cross, but yeah, it's beautiful, it's lovely also. Okay, so let's go. We still have more climbing to do. So much for a sightseeing, guys. Okay, another steep one. It's short but it's steep, grading for about 16% gradient, and it is a bit windy. That makes our climbing a bit hard, but still good to go. We're still good to go. Okay, another one. This is much steeper than the first one. 17%. My God. Ooh, it stings. Good thing we got internet right now and YouTube. We could learn so much more about bikes. So if you got a budget, nowadays there are cheap bikes, but there are light ones but cheap. And if your problem is climbing, then I guess you should get one rather than a heavy ones. Or if you gotten some money to upgrade your parts like frame, fork, handlebars, even the wheel sets, and I guess you should go for it. if that makes your climbing much easier. Okay, so there is a steep switchback right here, and it goes up until we get to the asphalt road. This one is a hard one. So this is, we call the horseshoe here in Sapa Trader Station climb. I am taking the short but steep side of the road. Yes, it is steep but much easier. And done. And that was the steepest part here in Sapa Trader Station climb. It grades for about 20 to 21% gradient. So back on the topic, some other cyclists, their number 2 reasons was because of their weight. So ranging from 70 to 80 kilos, they say it is one of the reasons why they suffer from climbs, because of their weight. And as I have said, weight is one big factor in climb. So I guess if your weight is your problem, then the best solution to that is go cycling more. In no time, I think, do it with a proper diet, and in no time you'll get fitter and fitter much more while riding your bike. That is the best solutions to this problem. Just do cycling more, like 3 times a day, 2 hours. I mean 3 times a week, 2 hours per day, and in just a week or a month you'll get fitter, I assure you that. And the third reason why some of the cyclists are getting a hard time on climbs is their fitness. Some say they're getting tired easily, they don't got the legs to climb. And again, one solution to that is just do more cycling and add some structural training like intervals, hill climb repeats, and maybe endurance ride as well, long rides, just to endure the pain on your legs while you are climbing. And I think, I assure you that in no time you'll be climbing like Chris Froome or Alberto Contador. And of course there are a lot of ways to enjoy climbing, and one of the reasons for that is the view. They say that the view is much beautiful on top of the climb, and it is true. While you are ascending the climbs, getting elevations and seeing the view up top the mountain, it is one of the most enjoyable moment on a climb. And of course, conquering a one of the hardest climb, or your nemesis climb, that feeling, it is really worth it. And as I always tell to myself, you don't need to be competitive always on cycling. It is just a matter of how you enjoy yourself on the bike, exploring new things, exploring new towns or places that you've never been to. That is the joy of cycling for me. It doesn't matter whether you go first or last on a climb. What matters most is that you are enjoying yourself on the bike. That is what I always tell to myself, whether whenever I get a hard time on the bike, especially on climbs. That is always what I tell myself. And again, going back to this climb, it brings back memories. And back when I struggled the most to this climb, now at this moment it looks easy, maybe because I am enduring much more. And like I've said, bike industry changes. I've learned about the past and then apply it to now, so that makes my climbing easy. And I still do struggle on some climbs, hard ones, but again, as I say, add it to experience. If you couldn't climb it for the first time, then do it on the second. And if you can do it on the second, just do it on the third time. Just try and try. And just like that, we are at the finish line of the climb. So this is the Sapat Radar Station climb, and this is its finish area. You can see the name Sapat. So this is the Barangay 32 Sapat here in Pasukin, but we couldn't go much further. There is a checkpoint right there, so it is prohibited to a civilian entering the premise because that is a military base. And if you are visiting the province and you wanted to try this climb, then that is the way, or that is the road leading to this spot. And by the way, this area here, there's a store right there. So in case you try this climb and you feel hungry, you want to grab some snacks, there is a store right there. But for us, I'm not yet hungry. Just maybe take a little rest, and then we go downhill. And another good thing on a climb, obviously, what goes up must come down. So it is all downhill from here. So this is a one way up, one way down route. So let's go. It's descending time. So we safely descended to that downhill. Boy, that rough road section was very hard, and it is very slippery. Good thing we didn't have some difficulties. Actually, I walk the some parts of that descent because it is so slippery. I can't even brake. So yeah, we are out, we are down, and I am going to the town proper of Pasukin to fetch something so that we can get spanked when we get home. So now I am at the town, and I am dropping by the local town bakery here, and I'll buy some of the well-known delicacy of a bread here in Pasukin. Thank you. So this bread is called bizcocho, and this is a well-known delicacy here in Pasukin. So if you might visit the town, I think you should grab one and taste it for yourself because it is really delicious. And my wife loves this bread, and I really need to buy one so that I don't get spanked when I get home. And that's been it. I hope you enjoyed watching and learned something from this vlog. And as always, my name is Cliel. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.